Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, RC Mori Hobbies. I'm Josh. Just give you guys a quick update on stuff. Started a new project. I ended up selling most of my bashers except for my EXB 5th scale Outcast. I sold the electronics off it, which is fine. I've been wanting to upgrade those. I'm hoping they'll bring out Hobby Wings will bring out a Gen 2 Max 5 with the centered stuff and some other items. So I held on to that one, but I sold the rest. But this is the project I'm working on right now. I've always loved these kind of things. I built a couple of the big rigs. Figured I might as well go big and get a big old dump truck with actuator motors and fun stuff. It's the kit you need for the tipper motor. I know there's hydraulic stuff out there, but believe it or not, the hydraulics cost way more than this. So I figured I'd do this. And if I want a hydraulic dump truck, there's a lot of options out there. But I want to build one, so I'm building the electric one. You can see I got the majority of my items painted. I am planning on putting a pearl coat on top of this. That'll give it a little more of a shine. I mean, it's supposed to be aluminum, but in reality, most of these things are painted. So I'm gonna put a clear coat of pearl clear on top. It's gonna look pretty nice. The blue came out really nice. I'm leaving that as is, not messing with that. There's some like black trim and things need to be done, but other than that, most of the painting's done. This is where I'm doing some of the build. Servos I'm using for tubular servo, flat tuba, I think you see them. Anyway, one's a high torque, one's a standard, both have ball bearings in them. They're quieter and nicer motors than the typical ones I would use. Did a lot of painting. I think I need to recoat this in orange. It's a motor. This is basically it's your transmission / motor, as you can see. And I like using aluminum wheels versus the plastic ones they come with, which look like that. I prefer a realistic look with super singles up front. Most supers up front. Tires, got some medium ones for the rear. I bought aftermarket ones for the front. Oh, there they are. These are super wides, which I'm just gonna add over here because keep the parts together. Oh, this is after the shop I built a while back when I built a big rig. It's fully lit. Nice. It took me a while to build this sucker, but it works really good, very sturdy. Plug it in, I can change how much brightness I want. The lighting's a lot of lights in there. Different components, lots of 14 scale stuff laying around, extra tires, things like that. I just held on to because in reality, the 14 scale stuff is my favorite things to build. I love these things. And they have hydraulic construction equipment, everything. It's just really, really fun stuff. So I'm kind of going back to that. I got some bashers, realizing they're fun to have, but I never really use them. Like I said, I kept one, which I'm going to be rebuilding into something different once there's some motor technology that comes out. But yeah, I'm going back to my scale stuff. I ended up having to sell the rest to be able to afford to buy this because this particular kit itself is very pricey, and then it also parts are pricey. The actuator, there's a sound and light kit from Tamiya called a multifunction -03, which is like European style stuff, but has a lot of cool functions. And so your light, your sound, your ESC, and a few other stuff. Yeah. My main place I order from is Tower Hobbies. Got a free hat. I noticed they were doing a hat giveaway a day after I made all this orders. I just talked to them. They just shipped me one out for free. So why not? It's like basically give you a free hat if you order over $250. Man, that was way over that. So they just said, yeah, why not? I've been a customer with them since the mid-90s. Ordered so many. Basically I'm such a good customer. They had no problem giving me a free hat. The motor the kit comes with is a 35 turn. This little guy is actually quite a bit nicer than they typically throw in these kits. But I always like using a 55 turn motor. This particular brand, I've used them on every single one of these type of vehicles, and they work better, they're smoother. I mean, everything about it, it's a competition motor. It lasts a whole lot longer. They're very quiet, very smooth, barely even know they're there. That's why I like it. On top of that's why I decided to go with a better servos like these Fotubos. That's a standard one with a ball bearing. This is a higher torque one with ball bearings. This is for steering since it's got 4 wheels to turn versus 2. It's a double front. I decided to go that route because those are usually quieter and smoother. than the typical cheaper ones you can find on Amazon. I mean, they work, but I can kind of see it in there. They're very loud. And I want things to be as realistic as possible, which is why I'm building this particular kit. I've been wanting to build a nice dump truck anyway. You can buy something built, it's gonna cost a little more money, it's hydraulic. It even comes with a whole steel dumper. I mean, this thing's plastic, but it's very durable plastic. I mean, I know because I dropped it by accident twice. No issues. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy some hydraulic stuff and more full steel everything, but I like the kits. I enjoy building kits. I mean, buying the stuff already built's fun, but to me, the biggest thing is to build, to choose your own paint, stuff like that. But yeah, there you go. This is where I'm at right now. Just getting things built, put together, painted, final things. Throw a couple coats of pearl clear coat. The inner side's gonna get a flat clear, and the outside's gonna get that pearl clear, so it gives it more of a showroom unique finish. And as far as with dirt, maybe down the road I'll fill dirt, but I like using ground up walnut shells. Typically the stuff I use in like gerbil cages, whatever. I think it's like a catch for stuff, but it's cheap, it's affordable. They're walnut shells, they smell good. They resemble dirt and small rock. Perfect for this. I mean, I don't care to use real dirt when something's brand new. I'd rather use that. But yeah, my next purchase after this is going to be a 14 scale hydraulic full metal excavator, track excavator. So I can actually use that to fill this up, right? And then eventually I'm gonna have to buy a low boy with another big rig. But yeah, I'm trying to build my collection, not just having to sell everything to buy something. But for now, this is the way they're doing it. Me and the wife are working on getting rid of our credit card debt, so couldn't just really afford to go out and just buy something flat out. So I had to sell a bunch of stuff to do this, but to me it's worth it. Because I like my channel, I love to build, and I love building more than bashing, so that's why I'm going back to these guys. I love the realism. The only thing I didn't say, the last truck I built, I put a smoke kit in it. Very cool. I'm not doing a smoke generator on this one. I mean, there's I think very less room in this than was in the other truck. And two, there's no open exhaust. The exhaust system in this is a box. It's the way these Mercedes particular diesels work. And yes, I can add smoke generator if I wish down the road. It had to be a very small one, but I'm not doing the smoke generator right now. I got a lot of money put in everything else. Like typically, I wouldn't have to buy this thing. I ended up saving. I mean, this cost quite a bit of money, more than I wanted to spend. But the multifunction control unit I bought, I was able to get almost half. If I bought it in America, it was going to cost me nearly $500. I bought it in Japan for $260, and he priority shipped it via DHL, and I'll get it in a couple of days. Well, tomorrow's the weekend, so Monday. So basically, it's only take about a week in total for me to receive that versus spending twice as much and getting it maybe a day or two earlier. But yeah. Okay, well, hope you guys enjoy what you see. I'll be making more videos shortly, maybe some more stuff. I'm gonna not make another video until I get a little more into this and more stuff's completed and painted and things. Alrighty. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, a comment. I will be doing more stuff. Stay tuned.